Alrighty, Anuswara is just a formula. Uh, this, it's a functional formula of the dot, so that the tongue position for the following consonant determines the tongue position for the Anuswara. You know which nasal it is. For instance, if it's followed by K, as in ahankara, the self, the self of the Eightfold Prakriti, then it's a hung and not a hum or a hun. And by the way, the default is a hum. That's why in the original instruction on Anuswara, this letter here means by default. But when it's definitely followed by a consonant, then you can use that. Then that consonant determines this. And when it jumps across, like in this one, when it jumps across a gap, you have an option to say tat swayan, or tat swayam yoga sansiddha, depending on. It might be a little better to use the Anuswara and not just use the option. So ahankara that's the first example, the velar, the guttural, karntya. And then the next one, of course, is palatal, digantya, or or panchakarma, something like that, if it's spelled that way, And so it gets colored that way. There's one that jumps across the gap, this one here, samatvain yoga uchate, and Panadamale definitely colored this to fit this. He didn't say samatvam yoga uchate. He said samatain yoga uchate. So that's the sha. That's the palatal Anuswara. So ya and sha are both palatal. Ud dun da. Ud dun dunra. Ud dunra. Ud dunra. So so you notice there's after this consonant, this happens to be a double consonant, but after it, there's the So there's an between the consonant over which the Anuswara sits and the Anuswara. In this case, it's the retroflex. So ud dental, ud dun da. So yeah, there's the da. Ud dun da. So that's colored that way. Is there any more of those on my list here? No, there's no more of those. And then there's dental. Let me get this out of the way. That's not supposed to move. It's supposed to just swing. So, and then there's dental here. Heyan du kamanagatam. So you notice I'm not saying Heyam du kamanagatam, which is popular, but you can use the Anuswara. Over here, you have to definitely use the Anuswara, the dental Anuswara, because there's no gap. When there's a gap, you have an option. Tat swayen. There's a palatal again. Tat swayen yoga sansiddha. So you have to say sansiddha. You can't say samsiddha if there's no gap. Over here, you can say tat swayam yoga sansiddha. Or you can say tat swayam yoga sansiddha. And so that's for the dental. And then for the labial, parampara, sorry, parampara. So for labial, it's definitely there's no option here. to say anything else. Of course, by default, it's that way, but it has to be because it's not jumping across. Of course, if it was jumping across, then obviously you wouldn't have an option. So, Dukhamanagatam. And here's a few more examples here. Sanghita. Now, in this one here, it seems to be, when I say Sanghita instead of Sanghita, I seem to be contradicting myself, because the Anuswara, the consonant that's following the Anuswara is the Ha. But Ha, as you remember, isn't really a consonant. It's separate from that, in that with the sibilants. And but because it's Ha, it has no substance to it, right? And the E gives it the substance. And Maharshi always said Sanghita. He didn't say Sanghita. And I think I might even heard other instances of that. So that's palatal, like this one. Digangcha, or like this one. Tat swaying yoga, swaying, like that. Or samatang yoga. So it's palatal. That's why it's a orange color. I didn't put a line there for that one, for this one. So it's Sanghita and not Sanghita. Okay, now here's another dental. Brahmasan. So you can't say samsparsham. You have to say sansparsham. Sparsham. Atyantam sukham. Atyantan sukham. So you can say atyantan sukham or atyantam sukham. Atyantan sukham. But if you say atyantan sukham, your tongue's already in position, see, for the next one. So you have the option, and yet it's an advantage to do follow the Anuswara for that. Sparsham. And you can say Sparsha Matyantam Sukham too, but that's a different lesson. So that's the examples that I have for Anuswara and telling you how to use them. They you want to use them as much as possible when you have this option here or here, but or here. But if you can't read it fast enough, you can't see what the next letter is easily enough, you know. But usually you can, because you can see the letter completely next to it. You ought to be able to see the letter in the next word too. So I don't know why. Sometimes I say some, but I try to say sen. It's just you have to be alert. So that's good for that. Anuswara.